Hey guys, and welcome back to the podcast. It's Friday. The new moon was a couple days ago. I recently woke up feeling crazy. No, not feeling crazy. Looking crazy, feeling great. Drinking a cold brew. You know how we do it. Something that I was kind of noticing just in my vlogs and in these podcasts is I love seeing how my acne changes in each one. So that's great. It's I'm kind of past the point of caring what I look like in video. I don't know. It's if I am trying to look good, if I have my makeup done, hair done, I have a cute outfit, it's I have to try extra. I'm more conscious of it, so I'm more aware of it, so I want to look good. But then if I'm just right now, I'm hey, just woke up, literally dead ass. It's I don't give a fuck, bitch. You're gonna get what you're gonna get. And I kind of had that attitude in high school too. I would look like trash. It was freshman year, sophomore year, I was cute, okay? She was popping. Junior and senior year, junior year was 2015, my black hair days. I just remember I wouldn't be cute at school. I'd have my hair in a bun, I would literally wear oversized crew neck sweatshirts and shorts or leggings if it was cold out. And then I would go home and do my IG transformation. But yeah, it's not funny. Oh my god. Wow, having issues. Okay, so Sonia and I went to this event last night. It was super fun. Not super fun. It's more Sonia and I was tweeting about this. Sonia and I have fun in everything that we do, which is so special, guys. I never, ever take that for granted. It's so nice to have someone who just, I don't know, we've just been through literally so much together, and so we know each other so well. We can literally do anything, go through any situation, and we'll, have an inside joke or, have a lol at the end of it, and we'll have fun during it. Even at, I don't know, I'm trying to think of something that we've gone through that has not been fun. But I mean, this was fun, so I don't know, but Veg Fest, that wasn't horrible. I'm trying to think of school things that were stressful, I don't know. But it would always be oh well. But yeah, anyway, so we went to this event, and influencer events are always very interesting because, I don't know, it definitely depends on the type of event and the demographic of the people there. Because if it's this was a makeup event, so it was girls and guys that, that were gay, and then boyfriends of straights of some girls, but then there were also these random old guys that literally were just walking around. Two of them came up to us and they would just be oh, you want to come to this other party? And it was how are you literally allowed here? Who do you know here? Okay. Or they're trying to network and get you to sign with them. This one guy was I'm a lawyer, and it's aren't we all? I mean, no, but it's just they're obviously using that as a way to finesse you, and they're not being it's okay, I get it, I'm wearing no clothes right now, and I'm not in a state to talk business. We all know that, so stop trying to take advantage of it. But yeah, it's super fun and just chill, I guess, but I don't know, I guess it's just interesting to observe people and observe people that you see on social media just in real life. And not saying it's a bad thing or oh my god, people are so fake, they're not but it's just wow. And I don't know, for me it's a positive experience because it reminds me that we're all just in this together, we're all people. I've been thinking about that a lot recently, just we're all, dude, I don't even know, I was not planning on talking about this, so I don't have anything planned to say, anything profound to say, but just we're all people, we all go through the same emotions, and I guess we all just at the end of the day want connection, we want love, we want to feel accepted, And like that's everyone. Like you could be the most famous person in the world, you could be the richest person, you could have so much money, you could be the exact opposite of that, and we're still gonna want the same things. So I guess I'm just trying to remind myself of that, especially, as you guys know, a common topic on the Stella Wright podcast, just like comparing ourselves to other people, comparing ourselves to others on social media. It's a real thing, and just reminding ourselves that, like, you know, it's not, like, there's more, I don't know. It's so true that, like, material things and success, like success, quote unquote, like a lot of money or whatever, it really does not bring you happiness. So just looking for that inner peace, I think, is something, it's like what we're all working on. I love how I got that out of a like influencer brand event, but yeah, just something I think about. And that's why it's so important to practice like gratitude and putting that over like anything else, like putting self-love and gratitude, appreciation, putting all of that before, like, I don't know, like, don't sell your soul, essentially. Like, I think I'm understanding more and more what that means, because, like, I don't know, you can really think that you want something, but then once you have it, like, you don't even appreciate it. And sometimes I find myself thinking that way. Like, I'll be just like bored or in my head and I'll feel insecure or whatever, and it's like, I mean, obviously these are like normal human emotions, and it's not like that will just like ever just go away and you'll be happy and like perfectly confident all the time. But you can obviously learn to understand it and like almost like deal with it, you know. But I'll remind myself, like, bitch, a few years ago you would have killed to be here. Another thing I talk about a lot on this podcast, but putting things in perspective, being grateful, and like, yeah, just really feeling that feeling of appreciation, because that's what you're looking for in everything that you think that you want. And it's like only being conscious of it, I guess, and like consciously thinking, I'm grateful for this, I appreciate this, humbled, blessed, grateful. Only then are you going to like remind yourself, you know, it's going to be a habit of like feeling that, versus like, okay, well, I felt this like temporary satisfaction in this, so I'll just move on to the next, buy more stuff, look for my next success, fuck another bitch, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, appreciation it can go a long way, you know. Also, I'll just talk about this because I think it's a fun fact. A really good way to not be hungover, and also last night I did not drink a lot, like I was not lit, but I was just kind of thinking about this in general. If you're gonna be drinking, dude, get activated charcoal, and I'll take that, like, I'll take 2 capsules before I like go out. Dude, even like I had a cup, like 2 drinks. Yeah, literally 2. I remember because there's a lot of facts. When we went to the bar when we first got there, and then the second time was when the creepy guy talked to us. Anyway, whatever. Activated charcoal, like, literally order some on Amazon right now. It's $6. It's a lifesaver. I've talked about it before for bloating and stuff, and I don't know, I don't really do that anymore just because I really feel like, you know, my new lifestyle has been working out, going to acupuncture, all of that. But it's really good if you're going to be drinking because it absorbs toxins. So I'll take that before I go out, which I don't, is that even like effective? I don't know. Sometimes I just do it if I remember. I'll take it before. And eating, obviously. And then just reminding yourself to drink water, dude, especially if you're like, dude, y'all know me, I'm the hydration queen, but when a bitch gets lit, it's easy to forget to drink water, like, because you're feeling good, and you're like, what? Like, it doesn't even come up in your brain. But reminding yourself to drink water while you're out. And then I was watching Christian Guzman's video on drinking, like drinking and fitness, which was like a great video, because I feel like so many people like are like against going out, or like at least they pretend to be. And he just made a really like real video on like what to do if you go get fucked up with your friends, and like what to do. So I'd really recommend that if it applies to you, whatever. But what was it? Yeah, in that video, he's like, as soon as you get home, like force yourself to drink a ton of water, like until your stomach feels like uncomfortably full of water. And I swear to God, that helps so much. Like, you instantly feel better then, and then when you sleep, you're gonna like have that hydration. So definitely do that. And then also, like, I try to eat something before I go to bed, like at least like something, you know, just because I don't know, like I don't really ever get super, like, I'm not one to want to like go get, oh my fucking God, like, do you hear how hard people slam their doors in my apartment building? It's like, some of us are in the studio, okay? Like, I'm not one to ever be like, oh my God, yeah, let's go get Taco Bell right now, I'm so drunk. Sounds great. Like, I don't know, I'm like, it's just not really something for me, but obviously a lot of people are like that. So definitely eat. But yeah, I'll eat something before I go to bed. Take more activated charcoal before I go to bed. Drink as much water as possible. Gonna drink some more right now. And then when I wake up, I'll take like more activated charcoal. I don't actually know if I take it that many times. I'm saying it out loud and I'm like, I don't think I actually do that, but take like an ibuprofen, activated charcoal, make a juice, drink out water, feeling good, drinking coffee, or like my mom always says like black tea because of something with something. But dude, like, getting too lit is the worst. I've only thrown up from alcohol 2 times. Yeah, like where I've been so like waking up, dude, it's the worst fucking feeling in the world. Like dude, it's so fucking bad. Sorry, I'm drinking water. Oh my God, the water filter I got is so good, and I cannot stress this enough. Drinking that cold alkaline water from the fridge is like life-changing. Also, it's like kind of too cold because this is like, it's an insulated water bottle too, so it keeps like icy. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I've only thrown up from alcohol 2 times. Like, been so hungover that I've like thrown up, and it's the worst feeling ever. Like, oh my God. Oh, like that motivates me to not get that fucked up. You know what I mean? But I just remember like in high school, or like when I was like 15, obviously my friends, I mean, maybe not obviously, but a lot of my friends were like already like the lit lifestyle. I had a lot of like crazy friends, like sneaking out. Like, I was never one to sneak out or go to parties in high school at all. And then sophomore year, like, I had friends who did that, and so I was like, oh my God, a whole new world, you know. But yeah, I remember being like scared to drink because I was like, I don't want to throw up. And they were like, dude, you won't throw up from having like 1 shot. Like, what? I remember the first alcohol I ever tried that wasn't like my parents having, like, oh, try a sip of this wine. It was Jose Cuervo. Triggered. That's fucking gross, nasty, gross. Has so much like other shit in it. It's not pure. It's just disgusting. And I remember taking like half a shot and being like, oh my God, I think I feel it. Like, this is crazy. And we were like at my house, like I was having a sleepover with my friends, and like my one friend took it from her parents. So it's great. I love being 15. Great memories. Looking back, it's like so fucking young, but at the time I was like, oh my God, I've never been drunk. Like, what's my problem? Like, I'm such a vert. But looking back, it's like, oh my God, thank God. Like, jeez. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not really like a huge drinker just because I do feel like it affects me so much. Like if I get like drunk, like obviously not like a glass of wine, a glass of champagne, or like a drink, but like if I get drunk, which like, let's be honest, like I only want to drink to get like lit, you know, but it just affects me so much for like a week after. Like I definitely notice a difference in my energy levels and just like my mood and my emotions. So yeah, I don't know, not something I really do a lot. And then I was thinking about it, I'm like, why doesn't my body let me have fun? But it's like, I think also maybe I'm just more aware of how I feel, because like kind of just all I do, like kind of my brand is focused on like well-being, lifestyle, I don't know, and I'm just like super interested in that. So maybe I'm just more in tune, so I notice it more, and also then I do it less, so I notice it more, versus if you were doing that all the time, you'd kind of get used to it. So maybe majority of people who are getting fucked up all the time don't realize. I don't know. But then also like, dude, alcoholism's like real out here. Like it's kind of crazy the amount of people I've met. Cause I don't know, like growing up, it's like, oh, alcoholic, it's like an old man. Like I don't know, but it's so true that it can be like anyone. Like it can be someone your age who just like drinks a lot, and like I don't know, when you kind of look at it from that way, it's like, dude, they're doing that to like numb their pain, like, so I don't know, it's just kind of crazy. Like, wow, it's the amount of things you like realize, then you think back to what you thought as a kid and you're like, oh. Or like, just another funny thing is like realizing family tea. You know what I mean? Like you finally get old enough to like learn things and you're like, oh, that's why. But yeah, so I don't know. I used to, well, I mean, there's obviously the whole like SoundCloud bro thing, but then I also had like a brief phase where I was like, yeah, just like getting fucked up all the time, like not being productive. But then it's like, okay, obviously there's people who just like fuck around, but I think also it's like, I think I've realized it comes from like, yeah, like having some sort of like pain or void that they feel like they, you know, they're like numbing their pain and they don't want to deal with it. So I think that's definitely given me more perspective. I don't know. At the same time, maybe it's like people just like getting fucked up. Yeah. So that's the tea. I feel like I need a concluding statement, but I don't really have one, so I'll just leave you with that, open to interpretation. I have a couple questions from Instagram that I screenshotted and then airdropped to myself. Okay. Also, I haven't even talked about the new moon yet. Okay, we'll get to that. So this first question actually is, help me with my new moon intentions, please. When is best to set them? How is best to set them, etc. So there's like hella rituals and shit about each one, and like you could totally get into that if you want. I personally forget it's the new moon until like the day of, and I see all the tweets and I'm like, oh yeah, or my mom will tell me. But I really think like just do whatever works for you. Like sometimes I'll write them down and like write down what I want to manifest in the upcoming months in a journal. Sometimes I don't, and I just think about it. And while I meditate, I don't like think about it, but I try to kind of like, you know, just like, I want this to happen. Let's see. So there's no like set way to do it. It's just a good opportunity to think about what you want and like just do whatever comes naturally to you. If you like journaling, if you're inclined to do that, do that. If you're just gonna think about it, think about it. If you're just gonna see a tweet and be like, yeah, let's take a moment to reflect and see what I want to, you know, conjure up these next months. Take a little second to do that, you know? There's no right or wrong way to do it. Just like there's no right or wrong way to meditate or like do any of these things. It's like, it's up to you and whatever's going to help you and make you feel better and motivated to like reach your goals. That's it. So, do I feel, okay, no, to see Google Chrome. I'm moving my phone, which I am recording this on. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Okay. just recently learned how to do that. So, okay, so I was kind of looking at like Gemini new moon 2018 vibes. Casual acquaintances could finally move into the legit friendship or even relationship zone at the Gemini new moon and dial up the synergies. These conversational moonbeams want us to think about the messages we're sending, because Gemini is like known to be a kind of like chatty sign. So let's see. As the twinning vibes keep coming, because Gemini is like the twins, you know, this lunar lift could reveal common ground with people in your circle, perhaps by surprise. Gemini is the star sign that governs communication. Oh, by the way, this is from mindbodygreen.com. I'm just kind of like doing a little look over. Okay, so here we go. 7 supercharged tips for the new moon. And it was a couple days ago, but obviously, like, I don't know, it's kind of like, oh no, I wrote in my journal today instead of yesterday. Is it gonna work? It's like, dude, it's your life, and like, this is, like, I don't know. It's like, you don't have to take it so seriously. Like, do whatever you want. Anyway, be the super connector. This is like, connect people you know. Okay, express your authentic self. Okay, yeah, so, whatever. Moving on. That didn't really do anything for me. Yeah, I wasn't really able to find, like, a lot. New moon in Gemini. Keep a dialogue open. Sometimes you don't have a straight answer to something, so keep questioning and keep learning. A new moon, this is from mysticmama.com, which I think I've like looked at before. She just has like good info if I just am looking up like full moon in this, new moon in this, something. A new moon in Gemini is a time to consider how we want to direct our thinking process rather than passively allowing our minds to dictate our flow of consciousness. So it's kind of like going back to meditation and like observing your thoughts and seeing like separating yourself from them and not letting your thoughts control you, but instead just observing them and be like, once you observe them, you're able to take control. It's like once you face your fear, you're able to overcome it because you realize like, this isn't as big as I thought it was going to be. That's another thing I've been realizing more and more though. Like, just, fuck. You ever like forget what you're going to think. Why does that happen? I know there's a reason that happens. Blank. Taking a sip of cold brew. Okay, I forgot what I was gonna say, but fuck, wow, okay, that kind of appalled at myself. Facing our fears, dude, I apologize. Wow. But yeah, just like, oh, I know, like things, just because you think something doesn't mean it's reality. And I was reminding myself of that the other day. Like last week, I just like, you know, when you're in a new period, you're feeling kind of emo, like it was that vibe. And I was feeling like really down about just like the certain situation. And then I was like, dude, I'm looking at it from this perspective, but no one says that I have to look at it from this perspective. Like I could flip it. I could look at it from the positive side, have totally different experience just because I choose to. Like no one's forcing me to look at this from this perspective. So I think realizing that and like being able to overcome these like obstacles of negative thinking and just like realizing that it is just like thoughts. Yeah, you don't have to passively allow your mind to dictate the flow, okay? You can choose. Our feelings are strongly affected by how we choose to think and what we choose to think about. The connection between thoughts and emotions will be even more apparent this week. And then also, I've been seeing a lot of tweets like Mercury's in Cancer until June 28th, so that means what they're saying here is our thoughts will naturally turn to those issues that provoke an emotional response throughout the next couple weeks. It also increases our capacity for empathy and for communicating in a caring way. And then the negative is it may increase our sense of vulnerability, so you're more likely to become defensive. But as long as you're aware of that, you can like not do that, you know? Okay, the Gemini season is for learning and reinvention, not for decisions. While there's nothing but room to be someone different for a while, Let your imagination breathe and create a new story for yourself. So, you know, it's just like some vibes. I would recommend looking it up. I'm not really finding anything that's like super sticking out to me that I'm like, oh my god, elaborate, but you kind of get the general vibe. So, you know, take these things into consideration. Advice on drug culture. Oh, we were just talking about alcohol earlier, so, you know, I'm excited. I'm going to a festival in the summer, and my friends are going to be doing cocaine. And I don't want to be influenced or anything, but I also feel like I'm missing out if everyone else is doing it. Dude, the thing is, okay, like, obviously I'm not advocating you go do cocaine, but it's like, I don't know, I'm torn between, like, dude, you're not missing out. Be healthy. That shit's so fucking bad for you. Like, fuck. I've seen lives ruined because of that. Dead ass. But then also, like, oh, I could get why you're curious. YOLO. Yeah. But I'm not advocating you do that, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I'm not gonna say do anything, but I would say don't. It's like, just get a little lit. Get a little alcohol. Call it a day. You know what I mean? It's like, if you genuinely don't want to do something, don't. It doesn't matter who's doing it. Like, don't. Because it's your body and your experience. Like, no one else, they can do it if they want. You don't have to do anything. You know? And I feel like if you're asking me, like, if you're questioning it that much, you probably shouldn't, you know? So I would say don't, but also, like, I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, dude, fuck that. Lives get ruined because of that. Not to be, like, dare, but yeah, fuck that. Do what you feel. Yeah, be healthy. Health is wealth, y'all. Video idea: how do you plan your manifestations, organize goals, and calendars? Thank you. Thank you. Well, yeah, I have a big, definitely iCal, y'all. Like, use your iCal. I know most of y'all do if you're listening to this, but use your fucking iCal. And, yeah, journaling helps a lot. And I feel like once you kind of get into the flow of the pattern, the habit, if you will, of thinking this way, goal-oriented, it's not like you have to sit down and, like, write down your goals every day. You can if you want, but you know what I mean? Because you kind of get used to it. So I don't journal every day. Like, yeah, I could, but sometimes I just don't really have anything to say. I'm like, I'm too busy living. But yeah, so just do what works for you. If you like, again, if you like journaling, journal. If you like doing a meditation, trying to, like, kind of focus on what you want, do that. A visualization, you know? Yeah. Again, there's not a set way to do anything. It's like you just kind of have to find what works for you, what comes naturally, and don't make it harder than it needs to be, because the point isn't, like, how you're doing it. It's like what do you gain from it, you know? Yeah, so I think that's all I'm going to talk about. But I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. A little chill, a little story time, a little tired. I'm going to make food. I don't feel like working out, but I'm going to go work out. You know what? I do feel like working out. I am excited, humbled, blessed. Getting thick, y'all. I'm gonna squat today, do some lunges, a little hip thrust. Check out my YouTube channel for more. But yeah, head up my Tumblr Ask Box or my IG DMs if you have any other questions or topic ideas or suggestions, any of that. Let me know. Send me a screenshot of you listening to this so I can repost it on my story, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye, everyone.